right, so we got information in regards to the upcoming stuff for the global side. Now, I know this whole song and dance, but you know what, we're doing it just because of the time in which this is happening, as well as the fact as what is going to be following directly after this, So obviously we're going to be getting the rerun for the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 event, so that means Yuta, that means Geto, that means Miguel are all going to be out. Miguel obviously going to be first, Yuta and Geto going to be reruns, right? So the banner is going to be dropping on May 16th, a couple days from the recording of this video, as well as Miguel dropping, and then Geto is going to be dropping like about a week after. So you know, if you don't have Yuta and you want Yuta, I guess pull for him, right? I mean, obviously on my account I don't have Yuta. Am I gonna pull for him? Kind of considering it, although given the fact that with event modes, you know, for specific colored teams, right, you want at least 3 characters, and if you have the new domain expansion Gojo as well as Yaga and Nanami, honestly you're just set. Or even if honestly if you don't have Yuta, you have all of those guys and you have Toji, you're still set. For me personally, I might just do like 2 multis and we'll see how things go, because you know we're going to be getting a new event for this, you know, more cubes, as well as, you know, with my account being new, I still have a lot of stuff to farm, so I have the possibility of getting a lot of cubes, but again, that's just me talking personally. So I might just do a few multis for Yuta, as well as build up pity towards the character coming out after all the stuff, which we will get into. Miguel, honestly, as a blue character, he's okay. He gets severely outclassed though by by Sukuna, but you know, he's okay. He's kind of niche, kind of cool-ish. I really wouldn't suggest him, honestly. Geto's a little bit better from his buffs compared to when he was first released, but again, I still don't recommend it. So like I was saying, you know, we're going to be getting a new story event, a new imaginary realm versus Mahito, and then another map event. So we're going to be getting all 3 of these events. You know, it's cubes that you could be acquiring, so that's very, very nice. With all of this stuff, more inventory for you to be getting, as well as a login bonus. We are also going to be getting a free multi for Yuta, and then the server-wide exorcism mission. It's going to be interesting to see how that transpires. So jumping over here to the timeline of events for Japan. Again, I know people really aren't a big fan of this, but you know what, we're here. Following the release of Yuji and domain expansion Gojo, which is exactly what we have right here, we had, as well as the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 rerun, we had all that stuff. We had the official release of Miguel, which Global is going to be getting as well, along with the rerun of Geto. Now, given the fact of when all of this occurred, right? So we see here that all this happened on December 13th, and everything for the most part was ending either December 29th or January 3rd. And that's important to note because of the fact that the following day we got New Year's and all of that fun jazz stuff, and then like a weekish after we got Sukuna. So now it's not necessarily like a definitive yes, this is gonna happen, but I do honestly think that Sukuna is probably going to be dropping mid-June, so you do have an opportunity to save cubes for him, because honestly, while Yuta is cool, like I like Yuta, I think he's a great character. You know, I use him sparingly on JP. Which is also to the other point I am trying to say, is that if you have domain expansion Gojo, if you have Zone UG, you know, they're just by far better damage dealing characters than Yuta. Yuta is very cool because of the passive healing, which is very useful. But in terms of like specific red damage dealing characters, honestly, you can make an argument for Toji being better than him, which personally I actually think he is. And then obviously domain expansion Gojo is like leagues ahead of him. Miguel, he's severely outclassed by Sukuna. Even the OG Gojo is honestly probably better, given the fact that he doesn't take any damage. And actually, like, maybe Geto is actually better than Miguel. So while yes, he's a new character and it is very cool, that, you know, honestly, they kind of have like niche characters in the game, which Miguel is like kind of just a niche character. It's very cool. But I do think that Sukuna is, you know, by far the better character to be saving for. So, I mean, for myself personally, I'll probably do 3 multis, not including the free multi. Obviously, if I get Utah on the free multi, then boom, we're done. But it's just like the goal, the mission is Sukuna, as should be for everybody. Taking a look right over here though, like if you are like really deep for Gojo, get Gojo. He should be your priority at the given moment, because you will have some ample opportunity to save cubes, given the fact that you can store up your pity for Sukuna. So Gojo is the priority right now, and then Sukuna is the following target, which I do think mid-June, which like I said, so the event is going to be ending like the first week of June, or second week, the 11th, I want to say. Was it the 5th? Okay, so the 5th of June is when that is going to be finishing up, and I do think that either the 11th or the 18th, one of these 2 days, is going to be when Sukuna is actually going to be dropping. So that is your target time frame.